Hi traders, this is TradeAlerter from Forex for Tuesday the 26th of August. Now, what you may be seeing here is a Euro-Swiss chart. Now, this is one of the major pairs in the market at the moment, and the reason why is that it's broken down into multi-year lows, which is surprising because the pair usually finds support in range trades. Majority of the time I've been trading it. Now, what we have in terms of market structure is that 95% of retail market is long, and so there's a bit of a pain trade here. And a pain trade is the market will go the direction where the majority of the retail market don't want it, and so there's been a lot of money made buying Euro Swiss on the dips, and a lot of people just buy and hold. Similar to the situation I bought and hold at the 120, 120 level, and we have broken that support, and we've broken 121. We're down near 121.80 at the moment. But the reason why this is such an attractive trade is that the S&B, which is the Swiss National Bank, have put in a floor in that currency at 120. Now they did this to stop the Swiss franc from appreciating too aggressively back in 2011, and it's held so far. Now it's a critical part of their policy and it's unlikely to change for the next couple of years. So in that regard, it's a good risk-reward trade in the sense that if the market was to go down towards 120, they have said they will buy unlimited amounts, and so far they have. The market hasn't been beneath 120 since they implemented the floor. So theoretically, it can fall back down another 80 pips, but you'd suspect if some of the reasons it's been piggybacked on the Russian crisis with Ukraine, it's been using that as sort of a daily pressure to try and shake out some of these longs. You suspect that if that was to have a peaceful resolution, then that is possible, especially today because there is a meeting between Putin and Poroshenko. Any sort of hint towards that as well should start to see this lift, and where we'd be looking is for a move back towards 122. Seeing this as a long-term buying opportunity, it is one which it does require a fair bit of patience, because it doesn't move very quickly. 10 pips, 20 pips a day is a lot, so it can go into a range holding mode. We're actually looking at the weekly there. Range holding mode where it may stay in a 5-10 pip range for a couple of weeks. I do feel though if a bottom's put in place that you're going to see that rally eventually back towards that 121, 50, 60, 70, 80. And I'll be looking to get out generally around about 121, 30 to 50 at the moment. Now, in regards to the other trades we have going, one of the main things that's happening in the market is there's a euro downtrend and a dollar yen uptrend, a pound downtrend as well. It's not as established or as fundamentally clear as the euro uptrend. I've got caught long here at the 169 level about 4 weeks ago, and been hedging a little bit, but definitely not, it's not making enough pips to counter that 300 pip drawdown at the moment, and so it's something I'm trying to trade out of. Now we put another buy in the price action after some pretty weak mortgage data, or less than expected. It was pretty stable, and we've seen these lower highs. Now if that was to continue, it's a good risk reward for the market to sort of buy in that dip. So that's why I put our stop here. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Just take the stop and look for another trade. But in general, we're looking at the whole dollar complex having a bit of profit taking. So you saw the dollar yen come back down. This is in spite of the S&P being at all-time highs above 2,000, and it's come back down, below 104. It did take out stops below 103.80, and it has stabilized a little bit. Similar to the euro, it's stabilizing. Now there is a lot of speculation we're going to see a short covering rally at some point. Now the reason why we look at US early is because it's that Putin meeting. Um, I think that is the catalyst for this short cover. If we get something where both of them say we agree to have talks, we both want this, we both want that, as long as they don't come out and say that nothing was achieved, then I do think there'll be that spark catalyst there for that Euro rally. And what we'll be able to see then is the Euro lift off. Now, I'm not involved in the Euro because it's a little bit weaker. I did go by the pound because I do feel that there's a lot more room to rally if it gets back above 166. Whereas the Euro, there's a bit of talk that sellers will be pretty much camped in towards that previous close on the Friday, 132.40 to 132.50, and that's a little less risk reward than you want if you're looking for that trade. Okay, now the other big thing that's happening today is that we do have, if you pull it across, you can see on the bottom of Forex Signals chat, you can see the financial calendar. Now what we'll be looking at here is what we're looking for is a durable good orders. Sorry, I just had to update there because it was, I've had that page open for a few days. Now, this number here, 7.5%, I suppose there's a lot of aircraft orders done last month. So some of the economists on the banks are suggesting we may even see upwards of 15 to 20% on this number. And it's very hard for that to not have a dramatic effect on the dollar. And so if you are going to take a tactical long on the euro and the pound, just be very careful that you don't get caught in a short squeeze that's ended abruptly. Because if the trend is down, then when the market's short squeeze is sort of over, you're looking for new lows. And it isn't safe in that environment to sort of try and weather that storm. So just watch for the price action. If it shrugs it off and says it's just a once-off, due because what they call the core, which is the X-transportation, would be a lot lower, then you may see the market not react too much to that one-off order. But you'll be able to find me in the room. We'll talk about what those numbers are. We'll talk about the reaction as well. Okay. So good luck with that tonight. I'll give you another update tomorrow. We're going to try and use this Hangout as a regular thing. It's a little bit better than what we've been using before, which was Screenogmatic, and this is actually live. And so eventually we're going to be allowing you to chat with us and have questions as soon as we get a better hold of the whole software. It's actually quite advanced, so there's going to be some nice, exciting opportunities ahead for some live trading. All right, good luck, traders.